Betrayal is never easy to accept, but it is often the truth we need to hear to become who we are meant to be. Betrayal, it sounds like such a harsh, heavy word, doesn't it? Because it is. It is the quiet stab that comes from the people we trust the most. It doesn't come from enemies, it comes from the ones we once called friends, family, lovers. But I want to tell you something today, not to break your heart all over again, but to rebuild it with deeper wisdom. Behind every betrayal lies a painful truth, and that truth, though it cuts deep, is the doorway to your greatest healing. It's not the betrayal that defines you, it's the lesson you take from it. I stand before you not just to speak, but to share pieces of my own shattered past. And I'm not here to glorify pain, I'm here to tell you what pain teaches. You see, life has an unkind way of showing us truths we didn't want to know. But once we learn to listen to those painful truths, we stop asking why it happened to us and start asking what it came to reveal. So today, we're not just talking about betrayal. We're going to uncover the truths that betrayal exposes. And when you can hold those truths with grace instead of bitterness, with power instead of revenge, you'll find that what broke you actually birthed a wiser, braver version of you. Betrayal strips away the illusion so you can see reality. Betrayal begins in the quietest of moments, often so subtle that we don't even realize the mask has been placed before our eyes. We trust. We love. We allow ourselves to believe in something that feels unbreakable, that feels as though it was meant to last forever. But then, in the blink of an eye, the betrayal happens. It might not even be dramatic. It might not come with loud accusations or open conflicts. Instead, it comes with the silence, the distance, the coldness of a person who once was your everything. And when it hits, there is this undeniable moment where the world feels like it's been turned upside down. You ask yourself, did I miss something? How could I have been so wrong about them? The illusion of safety, of love, of forever is shattered in one fell swoop. The person you thought you could trust becomes the one who cuts you down, and the world you once felt comfortable in feels foreign and dangerous. But it is in this moment, this brutal awakening, that the true power lies. You see, illusions only exist to keep you in a state of comfort, a state where you believe in something isn't real. Betrayal is not just a painful act, it is a tool for awakening. It forces you to look beyond the surface and ask the hard questions about why you trusted in the first place. And that's where the healing begins. The moment you stop seeing the world through the rose-tinted glasses of illusion, you start seeing reality. Reality can be tough, but it is also liberating. Because once you see the truth, you no longer have to hide behind false beliefs or misplaced trust. You stand tall in the light of truth, free from the chains of delusion. The truth isn't always pretty, and sometimes it comes in the form of deep, unrelenting pain. But here's what betrayal offers you, that comfort never could. It gives you the opportunity to build from scratch, to rebuild your life on solid ground, to rebuild yourself without the distractions of false expectations, to see people for who they really are, not who you hoped they would be. This moment of clarity might leave you feeling broken at first. But if you allow yourself to sit with the discomfort of the truth, it will slowly begin to reveal itself to you as a powerful gift. The gift of awareness. The gift of seeing beyond the masks people wear. And once you see the truth, you can never unsee it. Betrayal has a way of making you stronger. Not by teaching you how to trust again, but by teaching you how to trust yourself. It forces you to come face to face with your own vulnerabilities, with the part of you that wanted to believe in something that wasn't real. It strips away the fantasy, and in doing so, it uncovers the foundation of your own strength. You learn how to rely on your inner wisdom, your instincts, your intuition. As painful as it may be, the truth about the people around you, the ones who betrayed you, isn't the end of your journey. It is the beginning of your real story. A story rooted not in illusions, but in the strength of your own resilience. You may have believed in someone, but now you believe in yourself. And that, my friend, is where true power lies. When the illusion crumbles, that is all that's left. And that truth will teach you lessons that will shape your future. It will teach you who deserves your trust, who deserves your love, and who will never be able to offer you anything of value. And in that lesson, there's a peace. Because once you see the truth, you never have to question your worth again. And so you walk away from betrayal, not broken, but awakened. You walk away not with bitterness, but with the clarity to never fall into the same trap again. Betrayal becomes the teacher you didn't ask for, but the one you will forever be grateful for. And once you accept the truth, you will realize that what broke you actually created space for something far more beautiful to grow. The pain of betrayal awakens the power of self-reflection. The aftermath of betrayal is not just a heartbreak. It is a crossroads, a moment where you can either be consumed by the hurt or be transformed by it. The pain cuts deep, and for a while, it seems like the world has stopped turning. You are stuck in this state of shock, confusion, and sorrow, desperately searching for answers that may never come. But here's what betrayal does. Whether you want it or not, it forces you to look at yourself. You can no longer avoid the uncomfortable truths about who you were before the betrayal happened. You begin to question yourself in ways you never have before. How did I miss the signs? Why did I trust them so blindly? What did I ignore that now feels so obvious? These questions don't arise to make you feel weak or to make you regret your decisions. They arise to make you aware. Pain has a way of focusing your attention inward. It's like everything you were once distracted by, relationships, work, life disappears in the face of betrayal, and suddenly you're left alone with your own thoughts. It's in that painful solitude that you find your true self. You see the cracks in your own armor, the vulnerabilities you never noticed before. You see your own patterns, your own blind spots, the places where you ignored red flags, and the parts of you that were willing to sacrifice your peace for someone else's comfort. This isn't about blaming yourself, though. No, this is about understanding yourself. It's about recognizing the places in your life where you allowed yourself to be led astray. And it's about knowing that those places are not your weakness, they are your strength. Because now you can see them. And when you can see something, you have the power to change it. Betrayal doesn't just teach you about the other persona, it teaches you about yourself. It teaches you about your boundaries, your limitations, and your needs. It makes you face the uncomfortable truth that sometimes you give more than you receive. It makes you acknowledge that there are parts of you that are willing to stay in unhealthy situations because of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of rejection, fear of what others will think. But once you see that truth, once you reflect on it honestly, you realize that this is your power. You no longer have to remain a passive participant in your own life. You are in control. You can choose to walk away. You can choose to demand better for yourself. You can choose to honor your own needs, your own heart, and your own journey. The pain of betrayal awakens something inside you. It awakens your ability to stand up for yourself. It awakens your ability to see patterns in your life that no longer serve you, and it gives you the courage to break free from them. Pain has a way of pulling back the curtain on your own soul, showing you the parts of you that need healing. But in that raw, vulnerable space, there is growth, there is freedom, and there is wisdom. You begin to understand that the pain wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to show you who you are. It was meant to reveal the parts of you that need love, care, and respect. It was meant to remind you that you are worthy of being seen, heard, and valued not just by others, but by yourself first and foremost. And that's the greatest lesson. Betrayal can teach you the importance of self-worth. So let the betrayal be a mirror. Let it show you the parts of yourself that are begging for your attention. And once you see them, once you understand them, you can begin the work of healing. Not because you were wrong, but because you deserve to be whole. Betrayal reveals the strength you didn't know you had. In the moments immediately after betrayal, you may feel like the rug has been pulled out from under you. You may feel lost, uncertain, and fragile. And for a while, you may think that this is the end of your story. The pain is so intense, the wound so deep that you can't imagine ever recovering from this. But here's the truth. Betrayal is not the end of your story, it's just the beginning of a new chapter. What betrayal does is force you to tap into a well of strength you never knew you had. It forces you to survive. It doesn't give you a choice. And in that survival, you discover just how strong you truly are. You rise, not because you feel ready, but because you have no other option. You find the courage to stand up, to dust yourself off, and to keep moving forward. And let me tell you something, you are stronger than you think. You may not feel strong right now, but I promise you, when you look back on this moment a year from now, you will be amazed at how far you've come. Betrayal pushes you into the arena of survival. It strips you down to your rawest, most vulnerable state, but in doing so, it reveals your resilience. You may not have asked for this strength, but you've been given it. And once you tap into it, once you see how capable you are of surviving the unimaginable, you will never doubt your power again. It's not the betrayal that defines you, it's how you rise from it. It's the courage you find to keep moving forward when everything in you wants to stay stuck in the past. Betrayal will leave scars. But those scars are not marks of weakness, they are symbols of your strength. They are evidence that you overcame something that was meant to break you. And with each scar, you become more powerful, more resilient, and more certain of who you are. Every betrayal pushes you closer to your authentic self. Betrayal is not just a painful event, it is a catalyst for self-discovery. When someone betrays you, they don't just hurt you, they reveal something profound. The places in your life where you were not being true to yourself. The parts of you that were compromised, hidden, or ignored. And in this revelation, there is an opportunity for transformation. You may feel like you've lost something when betrayal strikes, but what you are truly losing is the version of you that wasn't authentic. Betrayal pushes you to let go of the masks you've been wearing, the roles you've been playing. It forces you to shed the parts of yourself that were shaped by fear, doubt, and the need for validation. When the betrayal happens, it's like a storm that blows everything away. And after the storm, there you are, raw, vulnerable, and unrecognizable to yourself. But in that rawness, in that vulnerability, you start to see the person you were always meant to be. You start to uncover the parts of yourself that were buried under layers of expectations and obligations. You no longer have to wear a mask. You no longer have to pretend to be someone you're not. The betrayal has stripped away the layers. And now you're left with only your truth. And that truth is powerful. It is not weak. It is not broken. It is whole. It is real. It is you. And that is the gift of betrayal. It may feel like the world has turned against you, but in reality, it is the world giving you a chance to become who you were always meant to be. So embrace the painful truth. Let it push you to rediscover yourself, to honor your needs, to live your life with courage, honesty, and integrity. Behind every betrayal lies a painful truth, but that truth will lead you to a place of peace. It will guide you to a life that is authentic, bold, and free. And in that freedom, you will find your truest self. In the end, betrayal is not just a cruel twist of fate, it is a painful truth that forces us to confront the deepest parts of ourselves. It strips away the illusions we've built, revealing the raw and real aspects of who we are. While the journey through betrayal is undeniably painful, it is also transformative. It awakens a strength we never knew we had, teaches us the power of self-reflection, and pushes us toward authenticity. Through every betrayal, we discover more about our own resilience, our ability to rise from the ashes stronger than before. We learn that we don't need anyone else to define our worth, and that the truth, however painful, is the key to liberation. Betrayal brings with it a clarity that forces us to face our own vulnerabilities, but it also opens the door to healing, growth, and self-discovery. So, instead of letting betrayal define us by its hurt, let it teach us the value of truth, the power of self-love, and the strength to walk away from what no longer serves us. Behind every betrayal lies a painful truth, but within that truth lies the possibility of becoming our truest, most powerful selves. And that, my friends, is a journey worth taking.